Hey everybody, all right. We got part two here of my huge silver purchase and hunt. This is $500 face value in half dollars, silver half dollars, so that's 1,000 half dollars. Part one, which I will have a link in the video description here, as well as pinned up here, I hunted $500 in silver quarters. So you don't have to watch these in order, but yeah, check out the silver quarter video. We found some really cool stuff there. But I've got $500 in halves here, so let me get them out of this bag, put them in a bin, and I'll be right back. All right, I've got the half dollars in this plastic bin here, and got quite an assortment here. Not all just 64 Kennedys. Lots of Walking Liberty half dollars, Franklin half dollars, and some Kennedys in there as well. So what I'm gonna do is I'm gonna sort these by Walking Liberties, and then Benjis, and then Kennedys, and I'm gonna go ahead and sort them by year and mint, because I don't expect to have a lot of walkers. You know, probably gonna be mostly late 30s, early 40s, and then of course there's not a lot of Benjis, and then of course the Kennedys, there's only the 1964 Kennedys. So let me get that started, and I'll be back, and we'll take a look at the Walking Liberty half dollars. All right, so I've finished sorting them into Walking Liberties, Franklins, and Kennedys. And I know I said I was going to go straight to the walkers, but I forgot. You probably wanted to see the distribution of each. And this is pretty good, because normally you would get a lot more 64s and then Franklins or Benjis and then walkers. But I actually have more walkers than I do 1964. So now I will start sorting the walkers and by year and mint, and then I'll come back. 42 minutes later, and we are finished. So everything's sorted out here. We have, starting with 1934, Philly, Denver, and San Francisco. Of course, no 38D. Nothing really spectacular here, nothing to get too excited about. I did get one dateless walker here out of San Fran, and then one fairly decent 1918 out of Philly. But besides that, just what you'd usually expect when you buy a bunch of Walking Liberty half dollars. So let me get started checking for errors and varieties, and I'll be right back. And that's it for the Walking Liberty half dollars. Nothing special. I did use our website at seldom-found. We've got a listing of all the errors and varieties that you need to look for. And as far as the Walking Liberty half dollars, there was nothing. So let me get the Franklin half dollars set up. I'll get them organized by year and date, and we'll see what we can find. I've got the Kennedys all laid out here. That took about 12 minutes or so. We've got the 1964 Ps on these three rows, 1964D here. It's a little lopsided. Now there were twice as many, almost twice as many 64 Ps minted as 64 Ds, but still, you would think it would be not quite so lopsided. 112 here, 43 here, that's 155. And again, we'll be using our website, seldom-found, our errors and varieties page. And you can see there's a bunch listed here. Let's see, 8 for the 64D and 3 for the 64P. So let me get started, and I'll be back with the results. 40 minutes later, and I'm done. But I did score a couple of varieties here. We've got 1964 Philly FS102 DDO, and then I found 2 of the 64D FS104. So let's take a look at this one first. I'm on Variety Vista's website here, and remember, all of these links to Variety Vista and PCGS, they're on our website at seldom-found on our varieties page. So here's what you're looking for. Obviously, you can see there's some splitting or doubling at the top of the W here, on the E, across here on the R, top of the U, and then the S. On this one here, you can clearly see the doubling there on the W, right there on the E, that not so much. The R is a little washed out, but you can see it over here on the U as well. There are some other things at the base of the 4, you can see doubling. So I have checked this over, and it is FS102. In this condition, it may be worth 25 bucks, so not a lot. All right, FS104 is next. This is the 1964 Denver FS104, and you can see this is a tough one because the only thing major that's going on here is the split serif on the G, and there is a split up top, a little bit right here on the O, not really much on the D, but that's it right there. I mean, you can see a little bit here on the N, but there's the split serifs on the G and the O, and then there's a little doubling right there on the D. So in this condition, which I don't know what this condition is, but these go for some good money. MS63 on PCGS, you know, their prices are a little inflated, but MS64 is $250. If it drops down to an AU58, that's still about $100. So all in all, pretty pleased with that. 155 coins searched, 3 varieties found. So I'll take that any day. Well, let me get everything together and we'll come back with a recap. All right, I've got the Benji sorted here. Not too bad as far as distribution. And again, we go Philly, Denver, San Fran. Not a lot of San Fran here. I'll explain that in a bit. But not too bad, not too bad. Didn't get any 1955s, of course. That is a key date. We did get 6 1953s out of Philly. That is a key date as well. And then 1 1954S. That's also a key date. But yeah, there we go. So this is going to take a while to hunt because if you go to our website, you can see there are a ton of varieties to look for here. And I don't have a lot of pictures from Variety Vista because one of the most common errors is the Bugs Bunny, and Variety Vista I don't believe has any pictures of that. So it makes it a little bit harder to detect. You just got to look at the coin a little bit longer. So, all right, enough yakking. Let me get to hunting and I'll come back with the results. An hour and a half later and I'm back. That actually went a lot quicker than I thought. That's what she said. All right, so here's what I've got for the Franklins. You may be looking at this thinking, wow, that's a lot of finds. Well, yes and no. So let's start off over here. I just kept some of the nicer looking $half. Most of them are 1963s. There's a 62, but 60. You know, but these were, I don't want to throw these back in. I'm going to resell this silver, but so I thought I would keep some of the nicer ones. And then of course, these are the key dates, 1953 out of Philly, 2.7 million minted, and then this lone 1954 S. That was almost 4.2 million minted. And then I think these are proofs. Either that or someone polished the heck out of them. So I just set them aside. I'll check on them a little bit later. I mean, the strike looks really good. So I've got 2 of those to check on. And then I've got what I believe are the Bugs Bunny varieties from 1954, 1960, 61, 62, and 63. And I've picked a couple out here that I'm going to show you up on the microscope. And you tell me what you think. These are on older coin, or not older coins, or these are old, but on coins that are in this condition, it's kind of tough to tell if it has the Bugs Bunny variety or not. So let's go with the 1954 Philly. Let me put it up on the scope and you can tell me what you think. All right, so I'm on PCGS.com's website. This is the 1954 Bugs Bunny. And normally on the Bugs Bunny, on the upper lip, you can see what looks like a little, sort of like a tooth or a really thick hair, but on the 54, you don't get that. What you have is this, it looks like the coin has been scraped almost. You can kind of see that. So if we come over here, you can see how mine looks somewhat similar. And usually what you're looking for is in this area right here, you'll see a little, it looks like an extra tooth. That's why they gave it the nickname Bugs Bunny, but it's really, like I said, it looks like someone scraped or rubbed across the face of old Franklin there. So that's why I think this could be a Bugs Bunny, but I'll have to double check. So let me know in the comments below. And up next, we'll look at the 1963. All right, back at PCGS.com, 1963 Bugs Bunny. On this one, you can barely see, it's kind of hard to see on this thing, but right below his nose there, but on his upper lip, you can see a little dark area. This is typically what they look like. I have found several of these. So I've got this little section right here, and you can also see that the mouth is open. Normally Franklin's mouth is pretty tightly closed there. If we come back over here, you can see that it's open as well. So not quite sure about this one or the other stack that I have here. So I'm gonna have to do some more research, but definitely let me know what you think in the comments below. And that's it for the hunt. So I pretty much spent all weekend going through all of these coins here, and I had a lot of fun. I still got a lot to figure out. I'm not sure if these 1934 heavier light mottos are really worth anything. So if you know anything about that, leave me a comment below. Still need to go through all these Franklins, but the rest down here, those are pretty much confirmed. Sorry for the glare from the lamp, but anyway, so really appreciate you watching. Don't forget, click that like button. And if you haven't subscribed yet, I would really appreciate it if you subscribe. So thanks for watching, and good luck with your hunts.